Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to see about the second unit titled Working with ASP.NET. Students, you all know about ASP.NET from the introduction class itself. What is ASP.NET? It is a framework used to build web application for the .NET framework. What is its design goal? For what purpose it has to be designed? For providing an application with all the features along the traditional desktop applications. It helps the programmer from huge amount of programming tasks by providing built-in code objects for many common web programming tasks. Okay, anyway, ASP.NET is used to or it is helpful for building web applications. Okay, got it, students? Next, we are going to see about the features of ASP.NET. Here, I am listing out the various features of ASP.NET. First, the compatibility with any .NET language. Next, compiled code. Next, easy application development. Next, simple application configuration. Next, advanced session and application state management. Integrated security features. Direct low-level HTTP support. Last one is backward compatibility with ASP. These are the features of ASP.NET. Okay, this is an important question. So, please, students, keep study. Next, I briefly explain the features of ASP.NET. First, the compatibility with any .NET language. That is compatibility. Compatibility with any .NET language means .NET Framework provide various number of programming languages. It is helpful for the team environment. That is, here the primary design goal of ASP.NET is which has the features of all the desktop applications. That is our traditional desktop application. That is, it has the features which already consist of the traditional desktop applications along with the web applications. We can develop web applications like our traditional desktop applications. Okay, that is compatibility with .NET, any .NET language. That is, it provides support for many languages such as Visual Basic, C#, JSON, etc. etc. These three are our Microsoft programming languages, and many other programming languages are from various platforms. Okay, got it, students? Next, we move on to compiled code. What is meant by compiled code? Compiled code, already compiled. Pre-compiled codes are called compiled code. They are used as library files. Here, ASP.NET addresses the inefficiency of interpreted code. That is, when a user first requests a web page with ASP.NET code, that ASP.NET compiles the code embedded in the web page. From the HTML itself, we studied about while the HTML documents are executed, the browser will compile the HTML document. Just like when the user requests a web page with ASP.NET code, the ASP.NET first compiles the code embedded in the web page. It compiles the code embedded in the web page. It also provides, already we studied, it also provides strong variable typing and early binding to objects. Binding means encapsulating objects. That means encapsulating object means it bind both the member function and the member variables. Next, ASP.NET applications can cache data for faster delivery through special application programmers interface with the help of our component object model. Okay. Next, easy application development. This easy application development is helpful for maintaining our applications by simply copying files to the appropriate directories to the server. We don't no need to write many codes. Just we can copy files from any other directories. Next, it also solves the problem of swapping out new components or pages, not by locking them but by making copies of the existing pages. We no need to locking any components. Instead of this, it may create copy of existing pages and components for the pending request. After all the pending requests are fulfilled, the new pages with the components become active. Because that is the existing components are copied for another component. For example, if you develop a project named X and it has some components, it is already compiled and ready for execution. After that, another one member developed a project called Y. Then he need some compiled code from the project developed by X. They may copy their component and paste it in their page. That is easy. There is no need to develop a fresh components. That is easy application development. Next, simple application configuration. Configuration means changes in settings. That means the application change the application settings. That is simple application configuration. There is a configuration file in each and every application. Likewise, here the ASP.NET consists of the XML configuration file, which is placed in a common directory. For why they are placed in common directory? For it is easy for the administrator to change the settings. Okay. Next, advanced session and application state management. What is meant by session? Session. For example, if we pay some amount through certain website, it will stand by for certain period of time due to some security, due to proposing some security. For the security challenges, they provide certain period of time. Likewise, that is the session. Likewise, here the desktop based or web based application need to retain information about current condition in the application. From the real point of view, if we take much more time for transaction in a web page, it will automatically close. Just like our OTP, one time password. It is useful for only 10 seconds or 10 minutes or 5 minutes. After that, it will be expired. Just like they maintain a session for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That is, the retain information about current condition based on certain condition in the application. The web based application or desktop based application will retain their information. It is mainly for security challenges. Next, ASP.NET has several offerings for maintaining application state. Also, it will maintaining state. That means it will disable or active or inactive. That is the state. ASP.NET offers advanced state management that improves on the legacy method of state management. Next, integrated security features. Here we are going to see about the various security features. Each and every applications have various challenges on security issues. Our .NET framework provide a security features for the application developed by the developer integrated with the .NET framework. It provides security features of server versions of Windows. From our operating system itself, the security helps our application from any crime difficulties. Next, users can be authenticated. These security features are briefly explained in our last chapter. Okay, users can be authenticated using traditional methods by providing IIS. What is meant by IIS? IIS. What is the abbreviation of IIS? Internet Information Server. After that, Microsoft passport protecting. The site files can be done by assigning user and group access to the individual files and directories, just like our WhatsApp group. Or any other, for example, join bank account. 2 or 3 account holders jointly create a bank account and they may do transactions. Next, authorized users and group can be stored in a XML file. These who are authorized users or who are authorized groups are stored as a database in an XML format. Okay. Next, direct low-level HTTP support. What is mean by low-level HTTP support? Sometimes web applications are supplemented by, that is implemented by lower level program that will interact with the web server through tight integration of application. It will modify the default behavior, that is how the requests are made for the documents and how the requests are handled by the web server. Next, these program can be normally written as our ASP.NET pages with the help of VB.NET. Okay. Next, backward compatibility with ASP. Backward. From the name itself, backward means front and it will bottom up approach. That means bottom. Next it move on to the previous level. Next it move on to the previous level. That is the backward compatibility with ASP.NET. In fact, the application written in classic ASP, that means not ASP.NET, just ASP, that will also executed successfully in ASP.NET application without any defects. Okay, these are the features of ASP.NET. Students, it is an important question, so please study. Next, we move on to the anatomy of ASP.NET pages. In ASP.NET, each and every documents are named as ASP active server pages. The pages are classified into various parts. That is, here we classify as 3 parts. That means the page directives, runnet equal to server. Next, the controls placed in the pages. First, in our page, the code can be structured as a plain text file, just like our HTML file. Instead of using HTML tags, here we are using ASP tags. Okay, it is just like HTML only. These pages are saved as an extension .asps. Next, our IIS, Internet Information Server, that is our ASP.NET server, which provides response to the client. That uses this extension. That means which extension? .aspx extension to identify the particular files that contain executable code and should be processed as ASP.NET pages, because our IIS will execute the .NET pages. The content, the document in the file extension .aspx are called the page. The page consists of visual markup and application logic. I will explain it within 2 or 3 slides. ASP.NET also has the ability to store application code in separate files rather than grouping it with the HTML. We no need to group it as a HTML file. Each and every application codes are stored separately in each file. For our organizational and structural reasons, placing application code in separate file is usually a good idea for maintenance. This concept is called code behind. That means each and every controls in the design has a back code. Here is the sample code. This is the code inside the .aspx extension. First is the page language equal to VB. Why we are using VB? In this subject, we are going to use the language Visual Basic along with ASP.NET. Okay. Next, there is a HTML file. That means first the page directive, the ASP.NET page directive, that is the number 1 here. This is the page directive. Next, the runNet equal to server attribute. That means each and every control added in our documents must be runNet in the server. That is, here we are the web form is named as web form 1. The method is post. After that, runNet equal to server. Next, after that, here we are adding a text box, that is also runNet equal to server. Okay. Each and every object in the web page must have the attribute runNet equal to server. After that, the web controls 3, 4 and 5 are web controls which are added in our web page. What are the web controls we are added in our web page? Text box, next button, that is equal to the command button in Visual Basic. In ASP.NET, we named command button as button itself. Next, the label box. These are the web controls. Okay, got it, students? Next, yes, I already told you the .aspx file contains 3 new items. What are they? ASP.NET page directives, runNet equal to server attributes, web controls. Next, this page directories provide the information about the code contained in the file. That is, which information? The codes are developed with the help of Visual Basic. That means, page language equal to VB. They can be located anywhere in the file, but they are generally placed at the top. We can place this line, that is page language equal to VB, auto even virep equal to false, can be located anywhere in the program, but they are generally placed at the top. Okay. Next, the page directory allow for customization of computer settings. That means the interface settings are customized with the help of the page directives. Next, that runNet equal to server attributes instruct the page compiler to pre-process these HTML elements on the server rather than simply serving up the HTML text back to the browser. From the name itself, runNet equal to server. From in our HTML document, the browser will execute each and every codings. In ASP.NET, we specify the attribute runNet equal to server. So, the HTML elements are executed only on the server. Next, the HTML form tag that appears just above the line number 2, that is run at equal to server, line number 2, which was specified in the code, sample code, run at equal, form equal to form tag, that is here. This is the form tag. Also use the run at equal to server attributes. Next, web controls are server-side code pieces that perform a variety of functions. Okay. Next, the various execution stages and state management of ASP.NET. Already we studied our ASP.NET will save the session and the state. Likewise, here the various execution stages and state management. Already we study about it is a web client server model, that is it uses a request response model of communication. The web browser requests a document from the web server and the web server responds with the data from the document. What are the contents in web application? It contains HTML forms which helps to allow the user for key in the input. Next, the browser, web browser. What is the purpose of browser? It must package the data entered in the form before sending it to the server. Web application contains HTML forms. Next, the browser will package the data. Next, the data in the form can be used as an input for ASP.NET application. The program is executed using the form data as input and result are returned back to the browser. These sequence of steps, these steps are referred to as round trip. What is meant by trip? For example, we make a trip or from Nagarkovil to Kanyakumari. First we start from Nagarkovil in a van, bus or car, any other vehicle. We travel towards Kanyakumari. After that, from Kanyakumari, we must return back to Nagarkovil. This is the round. It is trip. Just like the round trip. It must be the starting place and the ending place will be same. So it is named as round trip. From our application here, the web application will enter the data to the server. The server will process and return it back to the browser. Okay. Next, the ASP.NET web controls and HTML controls can maintain their associated values between the round trips. The controls inside the web applications will maintain their values between the round trips without affecting the code. This is called the view state. That means the state cannot be changed in any time. Next, the state can be maintained using the underscore view state form field. It is an important one. The states are, the various states in the ASP.NET applications are maintained with the help of dash form field, underscore view state form field. It will automatically generated by the ASP.NET for .aspx file. Already we know the .aspx file are contained in a server side form. When the form is posted back to the server, that is posted back means while we click the submit button, the view state will be posted along with the other values. The view states also, the contents inside the states are also posted along with the form values. Next, the event model for the page class. The page class contains events. From in our Visual Basic itself, what are the events performed? In Visual Basic, we named as forms. In here, the ASP.NET, we named each form as page. In Visual Basic, the events for form is form load, form unload. Here also, the page contains the events. The page loads into the browser when the server codes end and page rendering has finished. Here the events are page load and page unload respectively. Page load means while we are executing the ASP.NET application, it will create an instance in the memory. That is page load. Page unload means, that is same as the constructor. Page unload means it is destroyed from the memory. That is page unload. Okay. Next, web forms. We already studied about it from our first chapter, overview of ASP.NET. I think it is in the section 1.5. What is web forms? It is a dynamic page. What is dynamic web page? It will change time by time based on the user request on the browser. That is dynamic web page. It will allow the programmer to code against the page itself. It is object-oriented manner. It contains various objects, that is controls, various controls, button, text box, drop-down list, radio button. These are the controls which are contained in it. Next, it will provide event-based programming model. It means that objects and web forms are buttons, etc. etc. Next, it works closely with the Visual Studio.NET integrated development environment. It will provide an easy design time experience, development experience. IDE, integrated development environment. What is meant by IDE? The place where we can design, coding, execution, all are done in a single environment. That is integrated development environment. Next, VS.NET Web Application and other IDE basics. That is Visual Studio.NET Web Applications and other IDE basics. Creating applications in VS.NET, that is Visual Studio.NET, is by just selecting File, New, Project. By selecting the File menu, in that we are selecting the New, and from that we are selecting Project. Okay. Next, how to add new web form to an application? Because each and website is a collection of web page. By default, while creating a project, by default there is only one form. If we want to add more and more forms, just right click on the Solution Explorer in window and select Add. It will display a pop-up menu. From that pop-up, we will select the Add Web Form. If we want to view the code or we want to place the control on the web form, just select it from the project menu. That is, a new code module is added to the solution that serves as the code behind module for the web form. Here, what is meant by code behind module? Code behind means the code which is contained the backside of any button or any control in the design page. Next, separating content and code, the code behind feature. What is code and what is content? Content means the design content of the web page. Code means how the design will act while executing the application. The two files are linked together using a special page directives, that is code behind, that is defined in the .aspx file. The code behind specifies a path name to a code module file. If the path name is omitted, the class is assumed to be in the bin directory of the web applications virtual web directory. Here is a simple page directive. We already see about in the anatomy of ASP.NET page. Page language equal to VB, auto-wrap equal to false, code behind equal to sample web button dot VB. This is the code behind. Our design page, that is ASP.NET page is named as sample web button dot ASPX. The code behind is sample web button dot VB because our web application is developed with the help of Visual Basic, which inherits the class web application 1 dot sample web button. Okay. Okay, students, I will conclude here. We will continue the balance in the next class. If you have any doubt, ask me. Okay. Okay. Thank you, students.